There has been multiple allegations of predatory behavior levied against multiple huge creators. EDP, Raulzito, and more recently, Dr. Disrespect and Ava Chris Tyson. But in the midst of all of this, there's been a craze of sorts that I can only compare to the Salem witch trials. The internet, especially the streaming and YouTube world, is going through a sort of Salem witch trials era, where an 18-year-old who even makes as much as a
"You hate me?" Oh my gosh, bro.
Suggestive joke to someone 17 years, 364 days, and 23 hours old is not just a predator, but a PDF file. The nuance is so lost right now that Kai Cenat's videographer pretty much lost his career for the crime of being socially inept and trying to flirt with a 17-year-old in New York, where the age of consent is 17. And you'd expect this guy to be 45 years old and have a rap sheet of misconduct considering all the backlash, but he was 21. And let me state it again, she is fully legal in the state of New York where he's from. Literally nothing illegal or even necessarily wrong happened. He didn't prior speak about wanting to groom anyone or anything like that. Yet, like I said before, this guy wasn't just accused of being a predator or being weird, he was accused of being a PDF file, as in like he likes children. Is this guy weird? Yes. Is he corny? Yes. Should he never try and seduce women ever again? A resounding yes. But is he a predator? Nothing shown here has displayed that. This is just to point out how a
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, this is nuts though. This is nuts. Yeah, no, I remember. I think I spoke on this in the video, but yeah, this was crazy, bro. Like, never ever will I text like this. I don't care how like in the mood I am. I'm never gonna text somebody like this, bro. Like, that's crazy. Like, what? Like, I'd rather say it than text it, bro. But I wouldn't even say it like this, bro. Like, what? I ain't even gonna read it, man. Y'all read it, man. I ain't even gonna say this, man. Like, you's a freak. You's a fan, bro. Like,
yes. But is he a predator? Nothing shown here has displayed that. This is just to point out how a good thing like trying to protect children can be perverted into burning anyone at the stake, or even looking at someone not over the age of 18. That being said, this video isn't about the Twitter PDF file trials. This video is to shed light on the fact that amidst all the real accusations and false ones, one of the worst, most blatant, and confirmed cases of predatory behavior still remains unaddressed by the perpetrator or any platform that hosts it. He's been banned off of YouTube for separate cases, but the thing that seemingly no one can come back from, even if merely accused, he's actually done and advocated for. Yet no one's
you want a jacket?
Talking about it. The predator in question is low tier.
I ain't gonna lie, I think I'm cool off tops. So honestly, bro, it's between a jacket or a sweater. No, me, I probably go with a sweater though. But I haven't had a jacket in a minute. I don't know, bro. I mean, it's between a jacket or a sweater, bro. Honestly, I would say like, you know, yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, just figure it out. To be honest, bro, you know, I'm not picky when it comes to certain things, bro. Like, even if you gave me a top, I don't care. Or if you're thinking of a top for me to get, I don't care.
God, also known as Dale Wilson. This video isn't going to be a history on the terrible things LTG is known for. I already have a video on that, and it's a masterpiece. If I do say so myself. Go ahead and watch it if you want even more background on him. But this video will be on the two biggest things that arguably are the worst things he's done and is doing. But to give those of you who don't know about him some context, LTG is not a family-friendly streamer. Although his viewer base is mostly kids, he's about as bad.
We gotta talk about. Hold on, bro. I gotta find this. We gotta talk about this nigga hairline shit. Though I ain't gonna lie. LTG, you low tier god. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Using cosmetics to fix your hairline is nuts. Cause I seen this a few days ago and I was like, ain't no way. He get it cut and then he do this after, bro. Bro, look at this, bro.
Boy, Chop and Daily, and yes, you read the caption right. In 2024, we adding concealer. We making the flyest cuts out here.
Like, I ain't never seen a nigga do this ever. Like, for a cut, bro. For a haircut, bro. They do this for regular styles, I bet. But yeah, for this don't look right, man.
And the only reason I apply it, guys, is because a lot of clients don't have clear skin. So on the very bottom of the fade, that's where we want to clear it up. And by clearing up the skin, you achieve such a nicer blend. And that's what I'm all in for, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get...
That motherfucker clean, though, but come on, bro. Like, niggas, like, look at the comments, bro. You already know what they gonna say, bro. Just got permanently banned from chat for asking about this. PS5 joystick ass cut. Yeah, bro. Using makeup for your cuts, bro. Like, ain't nothing wrong with using makeup at all. But you gonna use that for your fade? Like, come on, bro. I don't know how to feel about that. It's like, yeah, exactly. That's probably why I don't really like it. Cause me myself, I don't like enhancements. I like being all natural with a cut. Cause enhancements wear off, and then you're like, damn, now you don't really feel the same way no more. You know, natural kind of keep you humble in a way.
Of an influence on them as anyone we've ever covered here on this channel. He's a racist to all people, including his own.
Oh, and this nigga's Mexican. Yup, you know the Mexicans want it easy, right? That's what I'm saying. I thought Mexicans were hard workers. These niggas is frauds online. Got robbed by a fucking online dirty ass fucking lag. And
I'm about to laugh, but it's not cause I agree with him. It's just cause it's just off guard. Oh, what you sent me? Let me see. Let me see. Some orange stuff.
most pointless mix that somebody can do is Asian and Mexican. There's literally no benefits of those two ethnicities mixing.
Bet. Shut your ass up, you fucking black ass.
Actually, especially his own.
Get this off my shit. Get this out of my fucking connection. Shut your up, you ugly spook ass. Told you, cause I keep getting stalked by monkeys. You jealous ass. Yo, somebody fry these. I heard black people taste the best when. If you're a cannibal, I heard blacks taste like barbecue.
Oh, it's 30K? Oh, I thought it was 50K. Oh shit.
Barbecue. Somebody chop these up for one of these ancient Mayan barbecues. Send these heads down ancient fucking pyramids. These black ass don't deserve souls, man. Get the fuck off my dick. You're never gonna get more money than me. You're never gonna look better than me. You're never gonna be taller, never better built.
This is where I didn't really like him, because it's like, bro, you just think you like that, like, bro, come on, man, like. And the thing is, he's doing this all because he's mad at the game, so he started taking out on everybody else, bro. Like, it's funny, but like, he's dead ass. Like, y'all think he's playing? He's dead ass. He's this self-entitled, bro. Like, besides all the stuff he be saying about people, bro, when he starts talking like this, I'm like, yeah, nah, that's. Throws me off, bro. I don't like that.
Never better looking. You're gonna be an ugly, worthless ass black society for life.
He's a doxer. Released.
So he said, "I know someone will give me that Judy Hopper 60." Bro, they was gonna give me the what's the name of that freaking dude, bro? Big Dick Randy. They had merch of him on Amazon, bro. I promise you, they would have set me up with that. They was for sure would have set me up with that. Names would have gave me a Freak Bob hoodie or something like that, bro. Mystic, I don't even know what Mystic would give me, but I know it would be good. And then Harry might be the only person that might have something like actually likable besides you. You and him would probably be the most likable merch or like stuff I buy. Other people they'll just make me waste my money for no reason, bro.
The personal information of anyone who slights him in any way. Just ask June the King. He's a bully, from disabled people to veterans struggling with mental health. If you beat him in a video game or he just wants to make a joke at someone's expense, he's coming after you. And most of all, he's a predator.
To the point where it intrigues you, where you something that's a little younger, you something, you coach, you develop a woman into your liking without engaging in any type of sexual contact, but sort of mentally that woman who is untouched and untainted into the world, a non-tarnished penny. You ever just took a dirty penny and tossed it away? And then you see a shiny penny and you want to keep it and you want to save it?
I go like, what is he talking about, dude? What the fuck? So what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know, bro. What the hell? Hold on, bro. I'm about to go back a little bit, bro.
Coming after you. And most of all, he's a predator.
To the point where it intrigues you.
Get this man behind bars, man.
Something
this is
that's a little younger. You something, you coach, you develop a woman into your liking without engaging in any type of sexual contact, but sort of mentally that woman who is untouched and untainted into the world, a non-tarnished penny. You ever just took a dirty penny and tossed it away? and then you see a shiny penny and you want to keep it and you want to save it. That's how Drake feels about women that are tarnished. Most women that you run into are going to be tarnished pennies. It is.
So you talking about Drake? That's still. I mean, he talking about that. It still sound crazy. Like what? I would trust this man with my little cousin, yo. Like who gonna say that? Like, bro, what? Yeah, exactly.
very rare to find.
I was like, yo, I'm like, yo, you tripping, yo?
It is very rare to see in general a penny that is say, you know what? I want that one shiny, brand new penny, and I'm gonna keep that in my pocket for years, for 4+ years, if I have to. And then when that penny,
This dude Uncle Kenzo said, "Low tier guy, how was your day?" He about to ban your ass. You can't ask him nice shit. You know that.
is at its prime age or prime date, I'm going to take that penny and cherish it. Now, if you did not understand that, I feel sorry for your brain.
What you just witnessed was LTG justifying the grooming of children under the age of 18, and then once they're of age, doing what is implied. He did this through the terrible analogy of dirty pennies, but the message is still clear. He isn't only fine with it, he understands it and he seems to endorse it. But this isn't even the tip of the iceberg. This is only the air above the iceberg. What I'm saying here is this. In comparison to everything else that is soon to come, that video makes LTG look like a saint. The reason for this video revolves around his ex-girlfriend, Elena. Elena is no longer in the picture.
I would gladly get banned. Yeah, bro. At this point, bro, it seems like that's a blessing more than a, you know what I'm saying? More than the opposite. But this is who I was talking about. The girl, like, I think there was a clip of her being in the background. He was talking crazy. I forgot what even happened between them, nor do I really care. But I know he did some shit. I know he did.
And more details and documentation of her and their relationship past the predatory behavior is in my first video, so I won't go too deep into the weeds on this. But Elena and LTG's relationship was not one of love. Like any relationship, there's obviously ups and downs. That's to be expected. I mean, you're not the same person, you're gonna have disagreements and misunderstandings. But these weren't just disagreements and they weren't just misunderstandings. They were full-blown fight, and that's exactly what we got to see.
Never tell the story. Her ass was in dead wrong for laughing at the shit. Ain't nothing funny. Be quiet! Get out my motherfucking match! The f wrong with you, dude?
I can't tell if he dead ass, but I can't tell if he dead ass, but everybody different, bro. So I can't really talk.
You didn't even lose.
I don't give a shit.
I said you didn't lose yet.
Yo.
Hold on, you have the eyelash on your eye. It's gonna go in your eye and
Yo.
it's gonna hurt. Don't move. Oh my goodness, I'm just trying to help you. Fine, I hope your eye starts.
I ain't even gonna look into it too deep, but like, dang, gang, come on, gang, come on. He dead as he looked at her like he finna soccer shit. Like, nigga, if you touch me, I'm punching you. Like, look at bro. Nah, bro. You can't be this locked in that you gonna get mad.
Eye.
Like, I get it. The game pissed me off too. It pissed me off too. But I'm not finna look at, bro.
It's gonna go in your eye and it's gonna
I am not
hurt.
finna look like this, bro. This thing look dead pissed.
Don't move.
Like, you even want her to touch you?
Oh my goodness, I'm just trying to help you. Fine, I hope your eye starts crying.
I tell you, I ever find out who you are at a tournament, I'ma beat the living dog shit out of you. I swear to God.
There's
You're not
society,
putting
bro.
these on
Tell me that again, dude.
no one. What you gonna do?
Tell me what the fuck I'ma do. I'm not fucking around.
You're not putting hands on no one.
Dude, get the f off my stream, dude. Seriously. I'm not playing.
Slap you. Play your game. Relax.
Get the hell up. Don't tell me what the f to do.
Relax, bro. Nah, bro. What? Relax, bro. The whole time, yeah, she probably like, yeah, this nigga ain't. This is like, this nigga ain't on shit. Why you acting in front of the cameras for? Nigga trying to be an alpha male so bad, like, bro.
One can only imagine what was said and done.
She like, nigga, I'll be pegging you when these cameras are. Like, we trying to act tough for? I don't know if that's true or not. Don't quote me on that.
behind closed doors. That being said, this video isn't about how bad of a boyfriend LTG was. It's about the fact that she was less than 18 when they met. LTG hides his
Huh? Shit, I almost spat out my water. But that shit good.
age from the world for two reasons. One is because he's embarrassed and insecure over his accomplishments, or should I say lack thereof, at his age. He would tell his supporters that in 2 years he'll be streaming and be in Marvel movies.
I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be extremely successful. Although I'll still be streaming in 2 years if every single director told me no. And I don't think that's gonna happen. Matter of fact, I know that's not going to happen.
That was about 5 years ago. Safe to say, with his rap sheet and the fact he's still streaming, that ship has probably sailed. He also tries to hide it because he knows that at his age, people are going to be looking at you a little weirdly if you're talking to someone even 18 years old, let alone someone below the age of consent in Cali, where he and Elena are from. Not that it was needed, considering the fact that anytime someone asks LTG about his age, he gets extremely angry and aggressive, but his haters ended up finding his birth certificate to confirm his age. Anytime prior to this, if you ask about his birthday, he'll just lie and deny it, never giving an answer as to when his birthday actually is, just denying that any day is his birthday at all.
Thanks for the 20, but who told me it was supposedly my birthday? That information is incorrect, bro. He said, I can't believe LTG actually gonna time me like that on his birthday. First off, it wasn't my birthday. Second off, I never disclosed to anybody on stream or anybody in general what day I was actually born.
But the birth certificate tells a different story. Add in the context I showed earlier of him advocating for the grooming of girls who are younger for up to 4 years, it gets even creepier. Thanks to LTG being a complete dunce, we don't have to speculate on when they met or how they met. He told us multiple times. He's also created such a strong hate base against him that anything he tried to scrub from the internet regarding his age, his real name, his relationships, and a lot more have all been archived. One of LTG's biggest blunders was when he forgot to mute his microphone when him and Elena were in a fight. The relevant information that was revealed in this call is that the weekend of EVO, LTG was to be out of the area for a fighting game convention called EVO. Elena states, Friday is our 4-year anniversary.
What is your problem?
What?
The hell is your problem?
You just want to show me what you prioritize.
You gotta be f***ing kidding me. Ain't nobody prioritizing. It's a goddamn couple of days at EVO.
You didn't even read what they said.
What, on Instagram? I did read about the whole ballot.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta mute stuff like this though, but yeah, of course he was born in 1980. I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was born in 1960, so I don't know, like, I'm dead ass. I thought he was born like 1970, 1960.
Valentine's Day thing and all that. Why would you block me?
I know he's 30 something though.
You're just acting way too extra for.
This Friday is our 4th-year anniversary.
Oh nah, not the anniversary. See, if anniversary, now that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy.
I don't know why you would do this a day before. What? What? You're inconsiderate ass child.
When this call originally was streamed and subsequently clipped by LTG's critics, most people came away with the take that LTG is a bad boyfriend and they broke up over a fighting game convention, which in its own right is pretty funny. But the bigger point is that Elena confirmed that they were dating for 4 years up until that point. Keep this in mind for later. Also, pay close attention to the fact that Elena has no incentive to lie at this point. She wasn't even aware she was being recorded, and neither was LTG. So it's safe to say this is a credible source to pinpoint the day they began dating, and more importantly, how old they both were when they began dating. Knowing that EVO in 2018, which is when the stream took place, was from August 3rd to the 5th, we can safely conclude that Elena and LTG began dating on the 3rd of August in 2018. From Elena's public Instagram, we find a post where she states her date of birth, 11/18. At the time of that post, she was turning 25. What does this mean, class? Well, it means Low Tier God began dating Elena when she was 17 years old. Now that's a very problematic age range, and a very illegal one in the state they both live, but it only gets worse. Before we move on, some things need to be addressed. Because of the nature of my videos, I often get a lot of fans of the subject in them defending him. And 9 times out of 10, they're bad faith arguments. So much so that no amount of evidence would ever change their minds. They're way too invested. So I do understand, even if I do think it's dumb. Hopefully this segment can help with that, however unlikely it might be. There's a video where Elena and LTG are doing a mukbang, and this video reads a lot like a scripted damage control video. You know how when LTG accidentally leaked the phone call, she referred to August 3rd as their anniversary and LTG acknowledged that? Now she's saying it wasn't their anniversary, it was the day they met. Now this is all possible. I mean, anything's possible. And it did initially inspire some doubt in me. And maybe it just looks bad and isn't truly all that bad. But I don't know anyone personally that celebrates the day they met like this, especially if they didn't start dating until later. Which
Nah, Pika, I did. I just hit the emote in real life. That's
is what she's
just doing that.
saying. Furthermore, she has every incentive at this point to lie for him. Although they weren't dating, they were on friendly terms. While LTG was trying to get her back, she was being pretty cordial. I think the biggest nail in the coffin for me up to this point was just the sheer amount of time she stressed this fact. She had to let us know so many times it wasn't their anniversary. Sure, one time saying that, if it was actually true, does make sense. I mean, it is quite weird, but if it's true, I can understand one time. But four?
The day we met, it wasn't our anniversary, it was the day we met. Every time that day comes around, we kind of do something a little bit special. And so it's not our anniversary because we weren't even together, but it was just the day we met. And so I kept asking him, I was like, when are you leaving? He was like, oh, I don't know yet, blah, blah, blah. And so...
Hold on, I remember what you said. And mind you, for me, I'm somebody that always look at anniversaries unless they're married. It's something that was slightly corny, but that's just me, you know? So, while she probably took it seriously, I can honestly admit and say,
so keep in mind, this was in the span of 1 minute. She said it 4 times. To me, that doesn't seem like someone just letting you know in passing, but trying to defend someone and damage control. Knowing LTG's character, I wouldn't put it past him to tell Elena, look, me and you dating is okay and normal, just make sure you don't tell anyone, because I have so many men who stalk me online, they'll make a big deal about it. Now, it doesn't just end there either. Many people are asserting he's a groomer, and I believe there's a very good case for it. I'm 100% sure he's a predator. I mean, he literally seeks out younger girls so he can mold them into what he wants. But there have been allegations of him grooming his ex. Before we get into this, grooming isn't a crime. You're not gonna get convicted of grooming someone anywhere outside the court of public opinion. But the reason people are saying that is because, of course, his prior advocation for it, but also because LTG met up with her before she turned 18, of course, and he would visit her in her first semester of college. So a 29-year-old man at the time was missing his own college classes to go see a 17
When you put it like that, that's crazy work, yo.
18-year-old every single day. I just want to make this super clear. It might sound like I'm harping on some irrelevant point, but it's for a reason. I can already see the fans in the comments coping saying, just because you visit a girl who's 17 every single day while you're 29 doesn't mean you're a groomer.
I'm sorry for the glitching, yo. I don't know why it's doing that. I really don't.
It's coping saying, just because you visit a girl who's 17 every
God damn it.
single day while you're 29 doesn't mean you're a groomer. And to that I'd say possibly, but it's the context that matters. If there wasn't clips I showed you prior, as well as what comes out of Elena's mouth when they're finally on bad terms and she tells what I believe to be the truth, this wouldn't be a point in the video. The only thing that we're missing right now is Elena to come out and say herself whether or not LTG is a predator. And luckily for everyone, she did just that. After the relationship turned awkward friendship, Elena moved on. To make a very long story very short, again, all the details are in my prior video, LTG did not take kindly to that and started bashing her and her new man anytime he could on streams and social media. Ironically, it was about his age and about him being a dad, when LTG is the exact same age. But that's neither here nor is it there. What matters is that in response to this, Elena posted something very telling on her Instagram story.
I don't know what high school girl under 18 needs to hear this, but that grown man doesn't think you're mature for your age. Women his age just see the bum in him, and he's a predator. Tell on him.
Lock him up, nigga. This is all I need to see. This is all I need to see. Come on, bro. This is a, you could just tell this is a subliminal of hell. Subliminal of hell. Like this basically a diss. This ain't even subliminal. She talking about him. Who else would she be talking about?
She typed in her own comments to go along with that post stating, I wish I knew this earlier. It's not a mystery as to who she's referring to. At the very least, he's a predator. Whether or not he groomed her is up for speculation. Me personally, gun in my head, life on the line, I'm probably gonna bet that he did, but we can all have opinions, and I'll leave that up to your speculation. Also, for those of you wondering, anytime he does get asked about the grooming allegations, he just bans people. So you're wondering about his response and if he denied it.
Of course, bro. Of course.
Doesn't even deny. He just bans you. He turns off all of his comments on Twitter and blocks anyone, whether they ask him in good faith or not. Hell, he blocked me on Twitter too. It's very easy to provide any proof of this not being the case. He could even ask Elena to help dispel the allegations. Even though they don't talk anymore, I'm sure she'd understand how the false allegations are messing with his influencer career. But he can't and he won't because the evidence is not in his favor. I suspect he doesn't outright deny any of it because for all he knows, Elena could one day have a tell-all and then he's in checkmate. Kind of like why he doesn't tell his age. He'll just insult and ban whoever's asking because he's not going to tell the truth, and if he does outright lie, the documents just disprove that. Him being vague lets the people who are coping about the situation cling on to something to defend him, and he does this very often. Not just in this situation, but with another far worse situation in my opinion. The whole grooming pred story is pretty much over and the would-be victim seems to be doing fine. Anyone who may stumble across LTG, all you need to know about him from a single Google search. So it's safe to say the chances of him successfully doing this again are slim to none. But that brings me to another reason of LTGs who he impacts negatively to this day. Someone who is lesser spoken about than Elena, and someone who deserves far better, and that's his daughter. Yes, LTG has a daughter who he's been hiding from the
This nigga's, I mean, I'm not that surprised, but like, you have a kid?
world and neglecting. When people
That ain't really my business, but it's like, don't tell me you a deadbeat, bro. Don't tell me
first started saying this is true, I couldn't believe it. Even after my video on LTG, I was very familiar with what kind of person LTG is, but even with that info, it just sounded too crazy. Low Tier God is literally known for hating the idea of daughters. Look it up. He couldn't secretly have one. That's far too brazen. Please search Low Tier God daughter. There is hours of footage of him expressing how much he would hate to have a daughter. There's actually a 1 hour compilation of him ranting about just that.
Imagine like you have a daughter and her only purpose is to just suck and create his kids and destroy your legacy. Or get
Oh yeah, nah, someone give you a really bad perception on women. Yeah, bro, that's tough, bro. That's tough. How do you get played, man? I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Let's hope he ain't Rick Ross somebody for it, man. That's all I know. That's all I hope.
Get paid to suck and slob all over other men's. Get paid to lay back, open legs, and just get the banged on the first, rubbing on it, then slide. Decides to. If I have a daughter one day and once she decides to, our relationship is over, because I taught you everything you needed to know about men and everything. Once you a nigga and go into womanhood, I ain't got nothing else to talk to you about.
But this whole time, he wasn't talking about a hypothetical daughter or a nightmare scenario in his eyes. He's talking about what he's currently going through. For me, this was super hard to wrap my head around, and it probably is for you. Because if you're a normal person and you're gonna cap about something, it can't be an outright lie like this. An outright lie that you're living. But in doing these videos, a lot of these guys I've covered have what I would deem a superpower if they don't get caught. And that's being able to shamelessly, blatantly lie. Like they literally have no shame about it. Low Tier God is the exact same kind of person, so for the viewer watching this, keep this in mind as we continue. This information came out when LTG got his credit report leaked. Side note, this is the fruits of being a douche online. God only knows how these guys did all this, but they did it. And it's confirmed, even by him.
Alright, so if you guys see any of these weirdos spamming personal information or anything like that, somebody is literally trying to break into my credit as I'm streaming. I know these niggas are watching me. For all you niggas watching me, I'm gonna make sure I report you niggas to the authorities.
And I'm not gonna pretend to feel bad for this guy because I don't. He's actually doxed people, doxed their locations, doxed their family members, threatened the lives of many people. He's asked to fight numerous people and then rescinded the invite once things got real. That being said, I still don't condone it. People should probably not stoop to the level of Low Tier God if they can help it at all. It's still funny as hell though, I can't lie. Anyways, with this, many things were exposed. One of which being that LTG is $120,000 in debt. This is actually quite relevant because he constantly insults people for being broke. In fact, one of his most used phrases when insulting someone is that they're a broke bum. This is important because it further supports the idea that LTG is fine with using his exact situation as an insult. Also, remember when Elena started dating someone else? What did he insult? The guy's age and the guy's father status. It's all coming together now, isn't it?
When I say bum, 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 when I say bum.
He insulted somebody for being his age and having his status. Another thing that was found in his credit report is his child support payments. Friend of the channel, Shang Tsung, made a very detailed video on him and actually helped me with this one you're watching right now. I'll let him explain this.
Information. The first thing was the Department of Child Support collection, obviously, which is dated August 2023 on the report. Then if you browse to the part that appears to be all the inquiries, or pulls as they're known in the business, most are the typical things you would see on any credit report. Credit cards, auto dealers, banks. But there is one unique thing, a name. And the date for this inquiry is coincidentally also in August 2023. Now if you Google this name, you will find a law firm located in Southern California, about an hour's drive from where LTG lives. If you go to the firm's website, it states they specialize in two main areas of law: estate planning and judgment enforcement. Estate planning is basically wills, living trusts, things like that. Basically grown-up shit that LTG would never even think to do. Judgment enforcement is when you take someone to court and you win a judgment against them, but the other party doesn't pay. So you hire a law firm to get involved, and they can do things like garnish the other person's bank account or income, put a lien on their assets, or other extreme measures.
So it seems that in August 2023, LTG wasn't paying his child support anymore. Very ironic that he panders so much, insults black people so much, and tries to seem like one of the good ones, yet at the same time, he embodies every single racist stereotype that you could ever think of. And as a result of this, an agency intervened to force him to pay. LTG is very inadvertently open and honest with his life. By this I mean he wears his emotions on his forehead, and he has the emotional maturity of a 12-year-old. I guess that's the price he pays for having a pretty youthful look at 40. He gets stunted aging mentally and physically. Anyway, around this time, it just so happened that LTG was going on a lot more rants regarding child support, daughters, and children in general. Keep in mind that this is around the time he was being forced to pay child support, but this wasn't known to the public. He just couldn't help himself but complain on stream. One such rant involved the whole Anthony Edwards situation in which an NBA player asked some lady to terminate the pregnancy. You can already guess what side LTG was on in the situation, but he wasn't just giving his general opinion. It seemed a lot like this struck a bit too close to home.
Send her 100 bands. Here's my thing about this situation. I don't like the fact that you're using my bust. So I should have 50% of the say if you bring a kid in the world I clearly don't want. Why would you have a spiteful baby that I'm never gonna f with on that kind of level?
Most telling is that he's using I in relation to this story about Anthony Edwards. And he also says, why would you have a spiteful baby, which I would never mess with? There's nothing in this situation that connotes spite. In fact, it just seemed like she didn't want to do what Anthony wanted because it's against her values. Unless he's talking about someone else's situation, you know, maybe his, it doesn't make too much sense.
Speaking, if I was just fucking some chick, right? And a little bit of my Matrix juice slipped in. I know I pulled out, but a little bit of my Matrix juice slipped in. I had no intentions of fucking with this chick in the long haul. It was just for some. And you happen to get pregnant, and you tell me you're gonna keep the kid. What do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen? You think I'm gonna be overjoyed if you pregnant? I'm gonna be like, okay, let's get the AB. No, I'm gonna keep it. Okay, so she decides to keep it. We arguing this and that. She decides to keep it. Do you honestly think I'm ever gonna fuck with that kid, authentically love it, or be in this life at all? No, I'm gonna just pay my dues and go on about my life. You could slide me on that that CS.
Like the text Shang Tsung added over this clip states, this sounds very personal. He's adding in so many things that aren't displayed in the text shown, assuming so many things the text just would not lead you to believe. It gets even worse in this clip.
Anyways, this situation, like I said, a lot of people will be sensitive about it, but I do think that conceiving a kid should be a 50-50 party. If the two parties cannot come together with a logical decision, it should go in front of a judge and both people should explain why they want to keep it or why this won't work. You're broke as why are we having this kid? Imagine it's two broke people that fucked. The guy was just having sex. She magically gets pregnant. He clearly didn't bust in a little bit of nut slipped in. recome or something like that. Why would you bring a kid into the world?
This one was one of the biggest self-reports. The story is about a rich NBA player and a rich model. Yet at the same time, he's talking about how they're gonna be struggling, going to bad schools, and all the rest of that, ignoring the fact that he's essentially saying it's better that baby be dead than be alive and lower class. This just doesn't fit the story that he's talking about. What it does fit is his scenario, like a glove. He, and ostensibly the woman who he got pregnant, are broke, especially during the time the baby was born. LTG and the girl live in Lancaster. That is the 6th most dangerous city in Cali, according to Spalding and Dukes. Everything he just said fits his situation and makes no sense in regards to Anthony Edwards. This wasn't the only time he went on a rant against. I think you guys are getting the point by now, but why is he so angry at this woman and his daughter? Well, it's not just because she was born against his will. He could care less. He already said he would just neglect the child like he's been doing. It's because he now is forced to pay the child support. Don't believe me? Here's him saying it.
File on these kids that I feel sorry for. Most of these chicks that file, the nigga actually will probably be like, yo, if you just don't file the paperwork, I'll actually work with you. I'll help you out. Some of these chicks be so devious from the stories that I've heard. Some of these chicks be so devious, they file anyway and want you to be a father at the same time. Like, what you mean? I gave you a bag. That's my, like, how, so hold on. So you want me to pick the chick up from basketball practice and pay you? Nope. You should have thought about that. I gave you a
The fuck? Yeah, I did. I fell asleep. Shit. Oh gosh, what the fuck am I hearing? What the hell? So he's a general a-hole. Everything about him is garbo. But shit, from what we've been hearing, bro, that's not too far at all. Welcome back. What was going on? Damn.
What I gave you.
Yeah, fuck it, bro. We're here, man.
Chose option B. I told you option A. Your mom
Oh,
to your
yeah,
pops.
Jesus.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Yo, you're
Take the wheel,
Jacob. Shut
man.
up for the 6 months.
Dance cloak time.
Pan, I don't want nothing to do with you.
The rest of the video, which you can find below, it plays these clips at length, and it's obvious that he's completely fine with the child being born, and he states he would have actually paid for the child had there not been any court involved. It seems that they might have had an understanding and or a verbal agreement about the fact that he paid for the kid. A Californian lawyer posted the evidence in greater detail on his Twitter. All of his identifiable information has been blurred out, but it shows someone matching LTG's description, name, and location has a 10-year-old daughter. So for at least a few years, he was upholding his side of the deal until his evil baby mom decided to force him to pay. As he probably could have guessed, that's probably not what happened. If you're already paying a sufficient amount, why would she have to go to the courts, which would cost her money to make you pay? Obviously, he stopped paying or paid less than was needed, forcing her to go to the courts. But because of this, he's punishing his biological daughter.
Because what's gonna happen was if they're a real too, I'm never gonna with you like that. I might pay for you and shit like that, but I'll never with you. I will never consider you one of my authentic children like that. And if I do, based off genetics, I might just use you as a workhorse. And I mean, use you as a workhorse, meaning like, okay, I'm gonna be hella militant with you, but it won't be no real love there because you're a product of recreational. So I'd be like, all right, look, here's the best that's gonna happen. Your mom happens to be 5'7", I'm 6'5".
The final piece of evidence that confirms he does have a daughter is when he did this damage control stream. This allegation, unlike the grooming allegation, was actually all over Twitter for about a day. So he actually got some heat and was forced to respond. And for once, he did. Although the response was filled with lies and obfuscation, he essentially just agreed and amplified for the most part, saying he's in debt, so he's quitting Twitch and working for Lockheed Martin.
I think that it's time for me to retire, guys. I'm over $100,000 in debt. Don't know how I'm gonna pay that off. With this many.
Yeah, I can say you got 5,000 subs, buddy. You'll figure it out. 5,800 subs, bro. You should be fine. Sound like somebody ain't been saving their money, bro. It's unfortunate. You should find a video where LTG bans his most loyal day rider because he lost to a game with a dude with a similar name. You're lying, bro. You're lying, bro. Like, bro, after he loses, like he be taking it out on the world, bro. Like, it's whack, bro.
Any candies is you guys been dropping. I don't know how I'm gonna make do. I'm broke as fuck. I'm a father
also did the same thing with his daughter, saying, I have someone to show you guys and she's downstairs waiting, basically trying to make it like a whole joke, and it largely worked for his largely child audience. It culminated in him bringing out his cat, and the chat thought this was the funniest thing ever. Anyone who can actually critically think just knows this makes him look even more guilty, but the most important thing to pay close attention to for me was that he confirmed he is in debt. His ego couldn't handle people thinking the debt.
I thought he was doing it to fish, like, you know, to fish subs, I guess. But if he actually admitted that's embarrassing, low key. Dude wasn't even in the chat.
Was for no good reason, so he addressed it.
Out of 121K in debt.
Like I just can't take him. I can't, like, a nigga like him. I just can't take him serious. No matter what he says, I gotta second guess it every time. I just can't believe him. I can't believe someone like him saying that. Nah, bro. Hell no.
I can't possibly have any assets that aren't fully paid off. That would mean it's dead. You know, I've been really sitting here pondering how I'm gonna pay for it, you know? I've been really trying to figure out the difference between debt and assets.
And he knew he couldn't lie because he already claimed they're breaking into his credit.
Hey, 40, you should know this. Got friendly fire for no reason. No, he come for everybody, bro. Don't matter what you bro. You could be. Oh shit! Hold on. Damn, it's 12. I mean, the video almost done. We're good.
Credit report. In case you missed it, he's insinuating that all his debt is through assets, but I'm not sure what any of those assets could be, because on his credit report, all that can be seen is his student loan debt, which funny enough, he got from a scammy for-profit college called the University of Antelope Valley that was so bad it went out of business. Not only is this the most LTG thing ever, but watching his streams, you can kind of see the fruits of his studying in action.
Made sure nobody was behind me. Ass cheeks glistening and robusting as I hop out the window.
Horizon 2,
Robusting is crazy.
it just doesn't feel any different than Horizon 1, and it loses the lackluster because you already know what it is. Like, I don't even think the KKK dislike blacks. I just think I don't even think it's not even on that type of time anymore.
Bruh. The rest of his debt was for his charger that is a depreciating asset. Not exactly what someone wealthy is investing into. But that's all peripheral to the fact that he confirmed the debt both in this stream and the fact that he was reacting live to people trying to get into his credit report. This also confirms that he has a daughter, because it was through that same credit report that we saw the child support payment. Keep that in mind for this part.
I'm gonna say that time and one time only. I am nobody's father. Best believe that shit. I got 2 cats if you want to count that, but that's cool. I am nobody's father. I promise you that.
He says that with a straight face and a clear conscience, partially because he's sociopathic, but also because he doesn't count his daughter as his authentic child, because she wasn't made out of love. This is not a denial of him paying. This is not a denial of him playing a part in fathering this child. This is a denial of him taking part of his child's life. He said as much.
She chose option B, said, I'm gonna get the courts involved, so I said, fuck you. That's why you never seen me. So don't come over here crying, talking about, I never knew my father. Like, first off, let me get something straight. Biologically, I'm your dad. Outside of that, I'm not your father. See, a father is present through love based off of a love kid, a love child. I am not your fucking father. Biologically, I did help create.
Man, stop. Why are we glitching? Bro, you got no reason to lag. I've been chilling, bro. Come on, man.
But outside of that, I want no parts. I paid for you, though. You were a bill for 18 years, so I had to pay a car note for 18 years. Outside of that, have a good motherfucking life.
That's fucking nuts. That's nuts. I can't even imagine my pop doing. Nah, man.
Mods.
Oh, you found a clip? Oh, that's it. Mods ban anybody speaking Portuguese. Yo, what?
Ban anybody speaking Portuguese. Let's get these jungle fuckers out of here. This is an English stream, motherfuckers. How the fuck you gonna be from Brazil and your computer in a hut talking shit? Get the fuck out of here.
Damn. I mean, damn. I don't even know what to say. Like, I hope nobody even ever tried defending this man, bro, because he probably came at every single race, and you can't do shit about it. That's how I feel, I guess, man. But that's. I ain't even gonna recite what he said about them or what he called them. That's crazy though.
So this guy, who also had a father who wasn't in his life the way he wanted him to be, and is upset about it still at 40 years old, and arguably rightfully so, still has no qualms about
the fact that I don't got my shit in full screen. I am tweaking off my mind. All right.
But it's still at 40 years old, and arguably rightfully so, still has no qualms about turning around and sentencing his innocent daughter to the same fate that he resents so much. And why? To punish the baby mom for not wanting to terminate her pregnancy? To seem cool to his Zoomer fan base and not get called Unk? It's so sad that to appease someone else's kids, he's neglecting his very own. It's especially cruel considering the fact that he has first-hand experience with it. He knows how detrimental it can be to raise a child fatherless. In fact, he's exhibit A of this. Now imagine your dad's not in your life, and to add insult to injury, he's streaming about how much he resents you and how much you were a burden to his life and how you're nothing more than a science experiment. It takes a very special level of scumbag, a very special level of deadbeat, to use their daughter as a bargaining chip with nothing to bargain for. He's already forced to pay the child support. He's just ruining someone else's life because he's assuming it'll hurt the baby mom. My only hope is that the fact that he's not in her life works out for the better. The last thing we need is a second low-tier god. A low-tier goddess, if you will. No? Okay?
Goddess? Okay.
No? Okay, I'll stop. But in all seriousness, one can only imagine the damage this does to her. And the only bright side might be that since he's not in her life, she doesn't get his corrupted ideals imparted onto her. Whether or not LTG is a groomer is up to debate. But what I do think is confirmed and obvious is that he's a predator and a deadbeat dad. Low tier god might not have the funds he tries to pretend he does, but one thing he is rich in is shamelessness. The fact that he literally made fun of someone for being a father and being old when they're both fathers and both the same age is one of the many cases of LTG's shamelessness being put on.
He's being a hypocrite, bro. Like, that's the thing about putting the image of yourself online, bro, and trying to uphold that image, bro. You eventually gonna fall. No matter how big you think you are, no matter how superior you think you are, you gonna fall, bro. Internet don't care about none of that shit. Dead ass.
On display for all to see.
Damn child living rent free in my head. That got daddy duties and child support. Who the fuck is that sloppy ass looking dude? Exactly. We don't even need to elaborate.
Although he did say that Elena's boyfriend had daddy duties, and technically LTG doesn't have that, well, because he neglects his daughter, but you get the point. It's not a matter of asking LTG, hey, are you a father and are you neglecting your daughter? Did you groom your ex? And do you prey on younger girls because they aren't as experienced and can't tell there's a reason you're 40 going after them? He's just gonna lie. We've seen this time and time again. That's his MO. But just like all the guys I've covered, the lies catch up to you. Lies you gotta keep up, and one mistake makes the whole foundation of your lies and your image that you built up fall down. In addition to this, he's very good at mental gymnastics to justify his actions. I'm not neglecting my daughter because...
Let's see what you said. This is another one of these, him banning his chats. Oh my gosh, he got the full video. LTG gets backstabbed by his most loyal mod and unmod him for taunting and smash. Yo, is that fucking deep? Oh. This one 8 minutes. All right, let's finish this. Let me the wrong one. Yo, and you know what? He unmodded him after. He a little sensitive, bro. Like he hates to get his ego hurt. He one of them dudes, bro. Like, come on.
Because she wasn't made out of love. Therefore, she's not my authentic daughter. She's a science experiment. Any functioning brain knows this makes no sense. LTG is a huge Drake fan, and I don't blame him. Drake's the GOAT, and Kendrick
Wait, what?
lost. But one thing LTG...
Fuck out. It's not that deep. But dude, you thought he won?
and Drake do have in common is they both hid their children from the world. Drake didn't expose his son until Pusha T released a diss track on him. The difference is that one, Drake was taking care of his son, he just hid him because he thought it would hurt his image. Plus, his baby mom was an XP star, so there's that. But also, once everything was exposed, Drake embraced his son. He's all over his Instagram stories, and he even had him design the cover art for one of his albums. LTG has done none of the above. He hides her, lies about her, and neglects her, even when exposed by...
Bro, like, I wonder if he's even seen her in the span of, like, 2 years, bro. Like, I feel like he hasn't even come close to her, like, not even feet away, bro. He just probably FaceTimes her, like, once a year or some shit. Oh, my bro, she got a... She about to grow up wanting to like really seek vengeance, or not seek vengeance, but just like really, really resent you, bro. Like she not even gonna care about you no more like the next 15 years, bro. Because if that's how you moving, then she really not gonna want no reason to meet you now.
By trolls, he still doubled down. Dale Wilson is hiding a daughter. Let that girl come home. I'd love to see LTG embracing his daughter just like Drake did. Maybe even have her be the one saying get that ass banned before he bans someone for complimenting a person they just lost to.
Anybody complimenting this guile is an instant ban. Hold on. Mods, anybody complimenting this guile gets an instant ban.
Nah, he's soft for that. I ain't gonna lie, he's soft for that. He's soft as hell for that. She gonna join the anti-LG, yeah, bro. The anti-LTG, bro. I wonder how is he streaming right now? I used to follow him. I'm not. I know he kind of changed majority of his ways, kinda, but when it comes to like how he handled his business, yeah, nah.
Consider that skill. This Chun is godlike. Come on, we don't compliment top 7 characters in my chat. Get that ass banned. You don't learn? Okay.
Puma player, get that banned. We don't compliment shoulders in my
Nigga, what, I can't play a certain character in the game now?
room. Are you kidding me? Fuck out of here. Mods ban this Tom Watson dude out of my shit. Fucking worthless cuck.
This could be a learning experience for LTG, but knowing him, it won't be. If you guys want more in-depth info on either Dale Wilson's grooming allegations, the deadbeat dad allegations, or Dale as a whole, I link the best videos in the description that'll help from Shang Tsung and High Calcium God, whose work helped immensely for this video. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Consider becoming a member for sneak peeks at videos and to support my channel. And here's a video of mine YouTube thinks you'll like. With that being said, peace out, y'all.
Take.
We don't get to that.
As of the recording of this video, there's been multiple.
We don't get to that later. So yeah, apparently you're a predator. I mean, for what I've seen, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how long I was gone for, cause I know my ass fell asleep. I just don't know how long I was gone for. But this is a good sign off. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it's time to call it. Hopefully I wasn't gone for too long in the video, but I know my ass was gone.